Welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy X. What we're doing here is we're going to go and collect the last of our celestial weapons. So that will actually make this my final episode for this series. Sorry to say it, but after however many months it's been, I guess around 6 or 7, I'm going to be bringing this game to a close. So, well, let's get started. Now, we're going to be picking up Wakka's celestial weapon, and as you know, we need a sigil and a crest to power it up. So, what do? Well, over here in the Besaida Aurochs locker room in Lucca, in this room here, Jupiter crest, that's what we needed. But, of course, we are not done. We need the Jupiter crest, and we also need to get the weapon itself. So where are we going to find that thing? Wow, the game's slowing down a lot. I'm not quite sure why that's happening. How do we do that? Well, actually, we go and we play Blitzball. Now, I'm not actually going to be playing any Blitzball right now, but what you have to do is play multiple games of the league and the tournament in order to get all of Wakka's limit breaks or overdrives. And that's unfortunately something that could take quite a bit of playing. Your characters are going to be having an enormously high level and be extremely powerful after you play your first 40 or so games, but it's still going to be very time consuming. This won't really be that big of a problem if you have been playing Blitzball the entire game. Unfortunately, I haven't been, so it took me quite a while of playing off camera in order to do this. But what'll happen is it'll be a randomly, after you get all of Wakka's overdrives, that is, it'll become a randomly available first prize in the league. I've already picked it up, though. I wasn't going to show you a game of Blitzball anyway. You've seen what Blitzball looks like. Okay, once we have gone and gotten all of that stuff, we have the Jupiter crest and the sigil and all that. We have to go get the weapon itself. Now, where is that weapon? Well, it's in Lucca. All the stuff you need for Wakka's celestial weapon is in Lucca. So let's run our butts over in this direction, because I seem to remember a sports bar that everyone seemed to like. Wow, this slowdown is murder. I don't remember it being like this before. Something must be wrong with it. That's not the way. This is the way. Here we go. Hey, you have it, right? Let me see it for a second. Why do you want to see the celestial mirror? Well, okay. Oh, check it out. Wakka's got himself a crazy new ball called the World Champion. It's got spikes all over it. Oh, jeez. I don't need that anymore. This was the Blitzball used by the High Summoner Ohalan. Now, this was a summoner that was, I don't know, I guess several generations back. And he was also not only a Grand Summoner or a High Summoner, but a Blitzball champion. So, you know, Wakka's big friggin' hero. Now, of course, you all know what comes next. We're going to have to go run ourselves over to Makalania, and... oh, there's a chest over here. 1,000 gil. Yay, I guess. We're going to have to go run ourselves over to Makalania and power the weapon up, so I will see you there. Okay, here we are. We all know this part. Let's go and... this would be Wakka, the last celestial weapon. Boom. Weapons power has grown. Of course, we all know it's not going to be up to full power yet because we have to run it through the wheel one more time. That is a brutal looking Blitzball. I hope they don't ever actually try playing a game with that. Now let's go see what we got here. Because remember, all celestial weapons appear to be different. There are no other weapons to present. Break damage limit, like usual. Triple overdrive, like usual. Double AP, okay. And evade and counter. So that makes him, I guess, that's a pretty good idea. Well, let's go get into a fight and test this out. Okay, we're gonna go fight an area conquest monster here. Oh, look at that. Okay, it doesn't look too threatening, does it? See if it has anything. And, ooh, Wakka's attack did not even break the damage barrier. Which he's capable of doing now, of course, but come on, expecting something. I don't want Kamara here, what am I thinking? Oh, that looks bad. Oh, jeez. Just couldn't let it go, could you? Okay, this thing is going to be a little tougher than I thought, so we're going to have to put a little more effort into it. But once again, as I've said a million times probably by now, just because you have a celestial weapon does not make you an immediate badass. And Wakka's attack didn't even break the damage barrier, though he could if I had a higher level. Unfortunately, I have to go and resort to the old dirty trick of summoning out powerful Aeons. See if we can kill this thing. No status effects on Aeons. These are powerful people, they're powerful Aeons here. But what I really don't like is the fact that you have no control over them. That is kind of ridiculous. But I guess if you did have control over them, you would be almost invincible, wouldn't you? I wouldn't screw around with the weaker attacks. I'd always hit it as hard and as fast as I could, every time. Only taking enough time off to throw in status like healing magics and that kind of stuff. Why bother with those magic attacks? It's not doing you any good. And we got it. Of course, I did not rely on Wakka or any of the character's celestial weapons really to do this. So it kind of seems kind of cheap, doesn't it? Well, that about does it. I've gone and collected all the celestial weapons, and I am not really willing to go and play through the game enough to get enough power to defeat all of the original creation monsters that this guy is going to build. And I've collected basically everything in the game. So, really left with nothing more to do here other than bring the episode to an end. Now this has been the second longest LP I've ever had to do. The first one was probably Xenogears, but I started this one in November of 2011, or at least that's when I posted the trailer. And it is now October 5th of 2012, so it's an 11-month, it took me 11 months to do this LP. And, well, I guess that's quite long enough. Now, thanks for watching, everybody, and I do have a number of other LPs going on through here. I've already started doing a Final Fantasy VII LP if you're more of a fan of that one. But all I can really say now is thanks for watching and goodbye.